I'm going to tackle the mini Ritter grip tonight. Some of JT's other knives were Spyderco's, and I went ahead and sharpened them up on my Hapstone system. Just because of those choils that Spyderco's have, it's just easier to get in there with those guided system stones than it is to do it freehand and to sit here and try to grind in that one particular area. So I just went with the guided system. His mini grips though, I'm going to go ahead and freehand, and at the end of the next mini grip video I'll bring all of the knives out and show you guys what the edges look like. So this one actually had a recurve going on. I've pretty much got most of it ground out, I think, and I enhanced the choil. There may still be just the slightest amount of recurve still going on, but I should get it out when I sharpen it here. Yeah, I can still see just the slightest amount of U in there. I measured this behind the edge, and it was at a, I think it was 2 thousandths behind the edge. It was really, really thin. And speaking to JT, he went ahead and gave me permission to enhance his little choil area. I was getting a nasty, well, I wasn't, but the factory put a nasty recurve in it because of the way they ground that choil and the plunge grind. It was just, it was ate up. So enhancing that out hopefully we'll fix that problem. I've already got a burr, but I can see I've got a little chip down here. Need to keep going until I get that chip ground out. I'm going to go ahead and switch sides and hit it from the other side so I'm not grinding it all out on one side. Got a couple of chips on this side. I didn't see those on the other. Checking my angles here. Grinding it at 15 degrees, give or take, maybe 18. The other side of the bevel is looking much larger, and I'm completely missing the absolute tip here. Benchmade and their grinds, man, you gotta love it. I'm putting a little pressure down because I want to get through to those chips. Got one right here in the belly and one down here in the very, very base of the knife. How much pressure am I using? Not much. I'd say total is probably about 4 or 5 pounds. And really, that's not a lot. Got a nasty burr, but I still got them chips. And I'm still not hitting the tip on this side. There we go. We're starting to get in there. Starting to get in there. Now let's send things my way. And I think I got them chips completely removed. Just gonna do some finishing passes here. I am grinding this asymmetrically to make the bevels appear even. I'm grinding one side about 15 degrees and the other side about 20 degrees. That is not my fault. That's all on Benchmade. This is the Nubatama Ume 1K. Someone asked in my last video, which I deleted their comment, they asked where I got the Nubatama stones, particularly the 8K, and I plainly stated in that video that if you want the Nubatama stones, you have to contact Kenneth Schwartz directly. He can be found on Facebook. You can either email him or call him by telephone. Telephone is the best way to reach him. He's not really the quickest guy to respond via text or email. However, if you call him on the telephone, he always picks up. Well, if he doesn't, leave him a voicemail and he will get back to you. This particular mini grip is in M390 steel. I think JT changed the handles. They're carbon fiber. I might be wrong on that. This might be stock. He also sent a mini grip in M390 with carbon fiber scales that I'm pretty sure he changed the handles on. That one in particular is a low production run. So this is my 4K Nubatama Ume. I've already got a slurry developed on it. I do that for two reasons, and I say this every time I use the stone. But one reason is because the stone likes to develop buildup, and a slurry helps prevent that. And two, I'm having cracking issues with this stone. So when I develop a slurry, I kind of help remove that top layer of abrasive which in turn helps remove some of the crackings, at least the cracks that are right in the surface, you know, it gets rid of those. Hopefully, with a little luck, that'll prevent any major deep cracks from appearing. I know some already run, if not all the way through the stone, through most of it. I can see them in the sides. So I made the recommendation to check my water. I guess about a year, maybe a year and a half ago, I stopped using my tap water on my stones and I started just using bottled water. I'll just pop a hole in the lids of bottled water now, and that's what I use on all of my stones. Some of my soaking stones, of course, I still use tap water, but none of my soaking stones have had any cracking problems. Since this bevel is so tiny because it's so thin behind the edge, I'm almost done here. This has been a very quick sharpening. Last stone tonight, Nubatama Ume 8K. Went ahead and put a slurry on this one as well. I'm getting slurry inside my tape here, defeating the purpose of having the tape. I am just about done. I'm going to go ahead and rinse the slurry off, and I'm going to do my final passes just across the fresh stone with no slurry to interfere. Although the slurry does help remove the scratches from the previous stone, it can also cause your bevel to get a little hazy. Washing it off will give you the true finish of what the stone itself is capable of, without the sandblast kind of finish of a slurry. Now if it's a muddy stone, you'll want to constantly put water on it, rinse that slurry off, do a few passes, throw some more water on it, rinse that slurry off again. That way you can get the true finish of the stone. That's if you're like me and you are after that bright polish. Gonna use my StrpoBro strop. Still got some sticky right here. Got some tape residue. I'll have to spray that down with a little more alcohol. $104. $100. $61. So doing the average, it comes out to 88. That's double-digit numbers for a freehand edge. As always, I'll take those without argument. Unfortunately, it is an asymmetrical grind. That is, one side is approximately 15 degrees while the other side is about 20 degrees. If anyone goes to sharpen this on a fixed angle guide, they're in for a surprise. But I just followed the factory bevel. I did not reprofile anything. Give you guys a quick look at this. Still the slightest amount of recurve in here. Man, that stone wash is good. This is probably the thinnest Benchmade I think I've ever felt. Hopefully you can see this bevel. These sizes are about the same now. So that side versus that side. Kind of difficult to compare and contrast. But sharpening it asymmetrically, I was able to keep things looking good. And it's got a really nice polish. Gotta put the thumb studs back in this guy, but we're all done with this one. Like I said, I've got one more of JT's knives to sharpen. It is a mini grip in M390. Once I'm done with that, I'll bring all of his knives out and we'll take a look at the edges. Appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions or comments, as always, leave them below. Y'all have a good one.